Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now in today's video, we are going to be covering how much I have earned this week from my yield-buying positions. Now, as you can see, today the market is down. Everything is down, everything is bleeding. And the reason for that is, I believe from what I have seen, that is due to the new sort of AI app that China have come out with, DeepSeek, I think it's called, that's had a massive disruption to the stock market, AI stock market, crypto. Everything's kind of taking a hit to it today. So we are going to, I'm not going to cover the details, but essentially top line is that a lot of this is caused by this new Chinese AI thing. Apparently, that's what I've seen. Anyway, I'm not an expert on why the market is dumping. To be honest, I don't really care too much. I'm holding long term, and these positions I'm in are for the long term, so I'm kind of just sitting on my hands here, sitting still until things are back to normal. But before we get into it, if you could please hit the like button, subscribe down below if you are new, and turn the notifications on so you don't miss a future video. Make sure to go follow me over on Twitter and take a look at the email newsletter and Discord in the description. And with that said, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Always do your own research and be very careful about what you're investing in crypto and DeFi because it is extremely risky and you can lose on average 5 to 10% in a single day. So do keep that in mind. But with that being said, let's jump into it. So if we take a look at VFAT here, you can see my deposits are down about $1,000 right now, and that's just because the whole market's down now. I'm not freaking out about this. I'm not doing anything here. I'm literally just sitting in these positions, earning $3 a day because every single other position is out of range. So I'm not going to be rebalancing or anything like that. I have made $84 here, so I'm going to harvest these rewards. And then I also believe we've got about $20 in rewards on Aerodrome for voting. So we're going to claim these rewards and, stick them in the pile of rewards that we have that I've claimed. And we'll check back in next week and see where things are at. So this week's been okay, $84, nothing crazy. I mean, right now, we've only got one position in range, which is this USDC and Bitcoin position. As you can see, we've got this set to 98.2. So it may go out of range, it might not. I don't really know. I'm just letting it stay there regardless. So let's go ahead and harvest some of these rewards here. Well, not some of them. Let's go and harvest all of these rewards. We'll swap them over on Aerodrome. And then, yes, I will get back to you once all of these have been harvested. So those rewards have been harvested. Now we're going to go over to Aerodrome and go to swap. And you can see here, if I find my Aero, click on here, we should have 92. And then we're going to swap that for USDBC, which is where I store my profits, which is $1,360 so far. This should add an extra $85 to that. So it'll be over 1.4K in rewards here, which is nice. And these are just rewards that I have claimed. I've just been claiming them since I started this portfolio. And yeah, so technically we are kind of at break even. Well, with this downtrend in the market, we're at break even with the rewards claimed. So even though the market has bled a lot since we're down at 99K, 3K for ETH, etc., we're actually at a break even right now. And that's just, from the power of just holding onto these rewards, not being stupid. And yes, you can see we're now at 1.4K, I believe. Let's have a look here. Yeah, 1,452. So 1.45K claimed, and we're just going to be sitting on this. I could go ahead and deploy this into new positions, go and lend it out for an extra APR, but I'm just sitting on these profits. It's not substantial enough to create a huge position where I'm going to be making some good gains to kind of bridge the gap. So I could technically go ahead and open up a new, let's say I wanted to get back earning again, but not want to rebalance these positions. Well, what I could do is I could do something like this. And I could go ahead and take a look at this position. I could go and add a new position on this WETH and USDC pool with this 1.4K here. And I would earn around just over 1% per day right now. So I'd earn about $13, $14 a day on that. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just sitting on my hands for now. And that is the first one that we have claimed. We do have a second wallet. If you haven't watched the video, essentially what I did was I went ahead and lent out some money over on, let's pull this up here. Over on Aave, I went ahead and lent out 1.42 ETH here, and I borrowed 1.8k against that. So you can see my health factor now has gone down to 1.97, which, you know, isn't too bad. 41.97% loan to value ratio, which I'm happy sitting on that for now, if I'm being honest with you. But you can see here that we've got $31 in unclaimed rewards. So let's go ahead and harvest those arrow rewards from this week on this position. So in total, we're at $120, something like that, 110 to 130, something like that in rewards. So you can see here my range on this pool is between 3.2k and 3.6k. So I'm kind of just going to leave this for now, at least for the next day or so, just to wait to see what happens. And if ETH doesn't head back up into this position, then I will start to probably do a snuggle rebalance here, something like this, and then up to 3.6. That does make our range pretty wide. But the APR is still pretty good. So I may do this, not now, not today, but over the next couple of days if this doesn't increase. This is down a couple $100. You can see here that we borrowed 1837. And if we go and swap this arrow now, you can see we have 74.37 here. So if we go and swap this arrow, this should give us about $100 in total. Yeah. So let's go ahead and swap that, which again, this is where I kind of just keep my profits is in USD BC, USD base C, so it's USD but on base. It's just a pegged USDC token, pegged to USDC but on base. So now we have 105 USDC here on this wallet. If we take a look, you can see we're down 300 today, which is on that lent ETH, which is not good. But you know, it's days like this in crypto that it just happens. So yeah, we can see we have 105.53. So if we take that into account. So we're down like $100 basically, if we take into this account. I could go ahead and repay off some of this debt. I could pay off $100 of this debt, and that will put our health factor back up. In fact, let's go ahead and swap this USDC for just normal USDBC for normal USDC, because that will give us an indication of how much we can actually pay back and see what our LTV is if we did go ahead and do that. So again, let's go ahead and allow this. We're going to go ahead and allow 105.2. Yep. So we're going to get back 105.14. We're sending 105.15. So it's basically the same thing. Let's go ahead and confirm this. And that should give us that money back. So if we go ahead and repay this, if we go ahead and refresh this here, okay, repay. And we go ahead and repay that. That will bring our health factor back up to 210, which does, you know, put us back at that 2 health factor, which is kind of where you want to sit. I'm okay sitting at 1.98 for a couple of days whilst the market does what the market does. But that will mean that we have less to pay off. So I could go ahead and repay down some of this debt. But for now, I'm choosing not to. If this gets down even more and ETH keeps bleeding and we get down to, you know, we sort of, this LTV climbs up, I like to stick around 40. But if we keep pulling this up, then if this keeps going up, then I will probably pay down some of this debt with these rewards. And yeah, let's take a look at turbos. So on Sui, our liquidity is down. We've only made 172 for the week, and our range is between 365 and 598. The Sui price is currently 376. Now I'm not going to do anything on this position. Again, Sui's down like the rest of the market. Altcoins take even more of a hit when the market goes down. So you can see this is down almost 20% this week. Again, this is all to do with this all happens in a bull market. You know, this happens all the time during a bull market. And you can see Sui had a massive rally up. So of course, we're going to have some sort of sell-off. So again, I'm not too stressed about this. Again, I'm going to leave it for the next 24 hours. The biggest thing with yield farming is not making rash decisions. You know, if you logged in and saw this, I believe this last week was at like 8.5 or almost $9,000 at some points last week. If you saw you're down 1,500, you're probably going to start rebalancing like crazy to lock in APR again. But that's how you lose a huge amount of money with yield farming. You know, constantly locking in losses is not the way to do it. So again, I'm just leaving it. Even from the start of this video, this is up almost $100. So I'm kind of just sitting with my hands. I'm waiting for the next couple of days to see if any of these do go back into range, seeing what the market does, and then I will make a decision. But what I am going to do actually is I am going to rebalance this virtual and WETH position, because I don't care about this initial balance. This is way being repaid back to me. So I'm going to go ahead and rebalance this virtuals and WETH. Virtuals and, yeah, I believe it's virtuals and WETH, just so I can get back to earning on this one. Because again, I'm not too bothered about this impermanent loss on this position. This was a complete sort of cash flow gamble for me, so I don't really care about this. I will happily rebalance, take the hit of the impermanent loss, because again, I've been repaid back on this position. This is completely all profits now. So if I can make an extra $7 a day, just kind of, on a position that's already paid me back, then I'm happy to do that. So that is the update for the week. Again, a pretty bleak week in terms of the market going down, but it's okay. This happens. That's crypto. So we'll see what happens over the next week. I'll probably make a couple more videos this week with strategy and stuff like that. But with that being said, let me know how your portfolio is doing. What are you doing during this down period? Are you rebalancing? Are you, kind of sticking to your guns and holding tight for now? Let me know what you're doing down below. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.